All right, guys. Some of you out there might notice my really cool apron. So many of you might have noticed that we just recently went and sailed the seas, a lot of us together. We missed all of you that did not get to go with us. We had so much fun on your behalf, so don't worry. We had all the fun for you. It was wonderful. It was exciting. And we had some pretty lofty goals as a team when we jumped on the cruise. There were things that I wanted everybody to have and to achieve. So on the cruise, we went through, and my lofty goal was that everybody that went on the cruise felt like they were able to see me personally, that they had just worked with one of our amazing coaches, and they knew what they were going to do with their lives, body specific, for the next 90 days. We worked for 7 days on this. Everybody worked through 8. We had 8 different lectures, 7 that we did together. The other, we did things on adrenal fatigue, exhaustion, nitric oxide testing. We did things on insulin, cortisol, thyroid hormones. I'm going to give a signed one of these away, right? We'll pick it 1 week from this. So post, got a little bit of time to think about things. After I finish talking, I want you to tell me what you're going to do for the next 90 days. So we did digestive reserve testing. We did nitric oxide testing. Some of us did a little bit of pH testing together. We learned a lot about homeostasis and health, homeostasis when there's lack of health. We learned about hormesis. Those of you that came on the cruise, I want you to type right now. What was hormesis? What did it mean? What does hormesis mean? You guys are super savvy with this. And then I took it through what I do when clients walk in. And my goal, I've got 20 minutes here. My goal is to walk you guys through the process. I've set up a web page for you. It's at HayliePomroy.com/cruise. Somebody please post down the link here. It's going to walk you through some of the tactical part of what I'm going to guide you through right now. So this is what my brain looks like as a clinician. I work with my clients through healing the metabolism, right? When everybody comes in, the first thing that I try to do is express and define where maybe the knowledge gap is from what's going on in their body currently to get it to where their vision of ideal health is. Again, those of you that went on the cruise, I gave a very clear vision of what ideal health was for me. You even watched a short video on it. If you can, post here what my vision of health is. So I tried to get everybody to really define their vision of health. Maybe it's to run fast, to have tons of energy, to wake up with an incredible libido, feel better memory, cognitive. What is it for you? What's your vision of health? And how can we get there? So the first thing that we all agreed on was that every single thing that you do all day, every day is nutrient dependent. So when my clients walk in the door, the first thing I'm going to do is hyper-infuse their body with nutrition, right? So we call that, I'm going to elevate or level up, elevate their nutrition. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce, you guys see this here? Their burden, their toxins, their toxicity load. I want to elevate nutrition. And I'm going to lower their burden, the toxic loads, right? Here we go. Elevate nutrition, lower the toxins. The other thing that I'm going to do is help function, right? I'm going to help the body function more efficiently, whether it's through detoxification or whether it's through converting nutrients in their body. The quickest, most effective way to do this is to participate in the 10-day cleanse. I cannot say that strongly enough. We have developed it so that it helps the body detoxify efficiently. It helps lower inflammation. It helps lay down muscle. The other thing is it helps the body in the conversion of hormones, not just sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, glucocorticoids, mineral corticoids, even vitamin D synthesis, but also the hormones for cravings, the hormones for feeling good, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, having a ton of energy. So I start all of my clients with a 10-day cleanse. And that is to absolutely focus on or to improve function. Goes up, function goes up, nutrition goes up really fast, and toxins go down. 10-day cleanse. If you've ever done a 10-day cleanse, please post about it. Let me know how you felt on it. Some people, it's a little scary. It's a ton of fun. When you buy the 10-day cleanse, you get a coaching session with our coaches, our incredible, incredible coaches. They will guide you through it. They will help you through it. And they will also help you plan for what is next. So what's next is one of two things. As you are on your 10-day cleanse, you will start planning for either the Fast Metabolism Diet, what we call lovingly FMD, or you will be planning for Metabolism Revolution, or what we lovingly call MR. But you're going to ask me, how do I know where to start? We're going to do both of these for 28 days. 4 weeks, guys. It's really important that you put a positive hormetic event or a positive change in your life for at least 28 days so we can evoke a long-lasting change. But you're going to ask me, how do I know which to do? Fast Metabolism Diet or Metabolism Revolution first? So there's 3 things in all of our work together that we define as identifiers to know which one to pick. Look, you can do either one first. You are not going to make a wrong decision here. But let me give you 3 little things to think of that might push you to start with Metabolism Revolution, and 3 little things to think of that might push you to start with the Fast Metabolism Diet. A dead giveaway that Metabolism Revolution is the right place to start is if you have a lot of cravings, especially sugar and refined carbs. The fat cells and how our body burns fat works with the hormones of cravings. Does that sound at all like anybody here in the audience, right? If you have the feeling that you're starving, anyone that feels like you're carrying more than 10% of your body weight should never be hungry, because you should be accessing efficiently the fat that the body is layering over the organs, that it's layering along all of the areas of the body, like behind the arms, in the thighs, on the belly, right? But if you're carrying any excess weight and you're still hungry, it's because your cells are truly starving for fuel. So the fuel that you have isn't making it into the cells in the form of glucose. So on a cellular level, you really are starving because you're not burning fat for fuel. The other thing that might be a great idea is if you have midsection weight gain, but it's hard, okay? So I'm going to put a hard belly. This is a little more along the lines of visceral fat. The fat is below or behind the abdominal wall. It is more wrapped around the organs, things like fatty liver disease. We see that. So Metabolism Revolution is a little bit more supportive for what we call the anatomy of the metabolism. The Fast Metabolism Diet is a little more supportive for what we call the function or the physiology of the metabolism. Okay? So things that you're going to see, the 3 things, is if you feel like you have hormone-based weight gain. So you hit menopause and suddenly your tricks didn't work anymore. I want you to start with the Fast Metabolism Diet. This is menopause or menopause. Your weight gain started with some sort of change in hormones. This can happen post-pregnancy also. If after having children, the weight did not come off and you feel like your kid is 23 years old and you're still carrying baby weight, right? The other really, really good thing is maybe you're not craving sugar or you don't feel like you're starving, but you have a lot of anxiety and or fatigue. So I like to call that feeling of being tired and wired, right? I feel revved up, but at the same time, I'd like to go to bed. Okay. These are just some really good indications that this is where to start. Okay. The third thing that I want you to think of with the Fast Metabolism Diet, and we're starting with Metabolism Revolution. So first, if you feel like it's hormones, the other is anxiety and fatigue. The third one is if you feel what I call noshing, or you're not starving, but you don't really enjoy food. So lack of loving food. What I mean by that is your taste buds are kind of numbed out. Your body doesn't necessarily say, when people say, what would you like for dinner? You don't feel inspired by thinking about your meal, right? Your body has forgotten to be in love with food, or maybe you were never in love with food. This is a great way to heal the relationship with food by stimulating pleasure, by stimulating the feeling of being satiated. So I want you right now, I'm going to name the 3 things one more time. And I want you to say, okay, I'm jumping on. We're all going to start together. We're going to do the 10-day cleanse. While I'm doing the 10-day cleanse, I'm going to be layering. I'm going to be building my meal net, right? For either the Fast Metabolism Diet or Metabolism Revolution. And I'm going to plan out for 28 days or 4 weeks on that. So give me a heart right now if you feel like your hormones are off, your periods are irregular, your libido's not great. Give me thumbs up or hearts if you're having feelings of anxiety that's matched with fatigue, right? So I'm not go all day. I'm go slump. I have that afternoon slump. Maybe I'm not sleeping really deeply. And give me a thumbs up if you're not really inspired about food. You're not at the party going, oh my gosh, I made the best coconut curry chicken. Or I'm so excited about the chili that I just made. Or have you tried? You're going to be that way by the end of the FMG. But if you're not there right now, I want you to commit to going 10-day cleanse and then 28-day Fast Metabolism Diet. And I want you to give me, instead of maybe give me a thumbs up, or why don't you say MR? If you're feeling like you're craving, not like, hey, who doesn't like a piece of cheesesteak? But you're really craving sugars or refined carbs. If you feel like you just ate and within 30 minutes you're starving, you're carrying a little bit of excess weight and you're still starving. If you feel like you've gained weight in the midsection and it feels hard, even on the thighs and the weight feels hard, it feels dense, not like a wet blanket, that's more FND, but dense, that's more Metabolism Revolution. Look, there's a lot of complexity in the body. You might even feel like both of these are you. But I want you to write these down and decide which one is more you today. And then I want you to commit doing this with us. So I split our room in half on the cruise. And I said, I want you sitting on this side of the aisle, if this sounds like you. And I want you on this side of the aisle, Metabolism Revolution, if this sounds like you. Craving sugar, starving even after you've eaten, a hard belly. Or you feel more hormonal. Do you feel more anxiety, fatigue? So wake and rest don't feel symbiotic. They feel like extremes. Do you not feel inspired and in love with food? Okay. Let me tell you what you're going to do next because we've got 90 days. How much time do I have left?
15.
So in 15 minutes, you're going to have a 90-day plan. If you do Fast Metabolism Diet and you have a good movement in weight, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 feel consistent in weight loss, Even if it's a quarter of a pound a week, I don't mind, but the scale goes down. It's consistently down. You're feeling better. Some of your non-scale victories are starting to resolve. After this 28 days, I want you to move straight on to 28 days of Metabolism Revolution. That's if the FMG is going great. Okay, FMG went great. It was great. It was a great experience. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to feel a little bit of improvement in my hormones. My excitement and fatigue are starting to come into a little bit of stability. I'm actually kind of interested in some of the food I just prepared. While things are going great, I want you to jump right over to Metabolism Revolution. Same thing here. If things go great on Metabolism Revolution, we've got to keep confusing it to lose it, right? We need positive hormetic events, positive influence in the body to evoke a change. So Metabolism Revolution is just going great, and you had awesome 28 days. You use your diet deck. Here you're going to use your app. Here you're going to use your diet deck, right? And the change of 2 different ways of eating a week worked really well. You're going to go, okay, now I'm going to jump on 28 days of the FMG. If you were somebody that struggled, though, during the Fast Metabolism Diet, let's say in phase 3 you gained weight, or in phase 2 you gained weight, or in phase 1 you gained weight, you're going to go from your FMG to what we call a super intensive. Okay? Super intensive, phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3. And in super intensive, we're going to do this for 2 weeks. So what we do here is during the Fast Metabolism Diet, you eat 2 days phase 1, 2 days phase 2, and 3 days phase 3. You're changing the macro and micronutrients of the food. What we want to do is see how your body interacts with that change. It's all data, right, guys? If you say, wow, I really struggle on phase 1, then I'm going to be doing 2 weeks of a phase 1 super intensive. If you said, I really struggled in phase 2, then I want you to do 2 weeks of a phase 2 super intensive. And if you struggle in phase 3, maybe you gain weight, the scale went back up because it was hard on your body to produce the enzymes to metabolize complex carbs and healthy fats, right? It shouldn't be. That's a well-balanced diet. But sometimes the body's just too exhausted and the adrenals are too wiped out. So we're going to hyper-nourish that phase for 2 weeks. Okay. Let's say you do Metabolism Revolution and you go, holy smokes. Eating that way, that positive hormetic event, adding whole, organic, lovely foods, but in a style to get my body to produce hormones like inulin and ghrelin and adiponectin, things that where the fat cells engage as a healthy endocrine system so that you're not insulin resistant and you can burn fat for fuel. Your body goes, oh my gosh, that was so much work. That was so hard on me. That was stressful. We're not going to jump over to the FMG yet. We're going to do one of the burns. Let's have another color here. Let's see. So if you struggle, we're going to do what we call micro repair. So either because maybe insulin resistance or inflammation was too hard for your body to heal in only 28 days. There's a quiz that's going to help you determine this. The coaches can help you determine this. Our membership section can help you determine this, right? I told you a long time ago when I met y'all, it's been 30 years now, that you got a nutritionist. The D-word, maybe your gut microbiome isn't inoculated enough that you can actually release fat that is wrapped around the liver, that is above the organs, that's laying above and around the organs. Maybe we need a D-word. Or maybe we need an H-burn. The hormone called insulin isn't binding to its receptor site. Glucose or sugar isn't taken up into the cell. You're not getting energy output from burning fat for fuel. So you would want to look and do what we call a micro repair. You guys wondered why I wrote so many plans and how my brain works in the clinic. This is how my brain works in the clinic. This is called, the intensives are called targeted repair. So this is more repairing a system associated with adrenal and stress hormones, with liver and how the body metabolizes nutrients and makes nutrients bioavailable. The hormone systems in phase 3. This is more micro repair. The hormones associated with inflammation, the hormones associated with insulin and inflammation with iron, the gut microbiome, how we produce enzymes from our carotid gland to our pancreas to the gallbladder to the liver, how we use bacteria in the small intestine, the large intestine to extract nutrients, right? Or the H-burn was how we wash our hormone receptor sites so that our body can actualize the hormones that we secrete and they can bind to those receptor sites and make viability in our tissues, our organs, and our glands. Okay? So once you've done an intensive or once you've done a burn, then we're going to cycle back up one more time, right up here, and do another 28 days of the Metabolism Revolution, or another 28 days of the Fast Metabolism Diet. So you're not crossing over the aisle until we get this to a state where there is some improvement, right? Then we let it rest and we go over here until we get to a state of some improvement, and then we rest and we get it over here. So when you come into my office and you're my private client, this is what I do in my mind, and we do collaboratively together, is we define, and this is usually 90 days, right? 90 days, this process. And now you have my brain flow chart here on a piece of paper, and I want you guys to join us. We're all doing this, those of us that were on the cruise. I've got 2 giveaways, right? One is those of you that weren't able to attend the cruise. I've got my entire lecture series and notebook. We will also be sending you the presentations. I will also sign you an apron, and no passport needed. Even though you didn't get to go with us, I want you guys to know that each and every one of you are always with me in spirit, okay? All of this is because of all of you. When I got into this industry 30 years ago, I was told that it was really smart to do one plan and put everybody on it and make everybody adhere to it. But we are all dynamic individuals having a very biodiverse life. So there is not one size fits all. What I need you to do is to go to HayliePomroy.com/please. I always mess this up. And I've got this all laid out for you. We are doing the 10-day cleanse together. And then I want you to be loud and proud and let me know if you're an F&D or an MR to start. And then I want you to know after your first 28 days that it was great. I'm going to flip and switch a room, or, whoo, that was wild, and I need some targeted repair, or I'm stuck and I need some micro repair. Then we're going to go back and we're going to apply nutritional principles of the anatomy of the metabolism. And we're going to go back and we're going to apply nutrition principles of the physiology of the metabolism. And we're going to get your metabolism unstuck. So I'd like to invite you to right now join me for the next 90 days. This is what we're going to do. HayliePomroy.com/cruise. It's all laid out for you. For the giveaway, what I want you to do is let me know if you are beginning at this day point in your life. And one of our coaches posted the coolest thing. She said, is it going to be one day or is it going to be day one? My brain. Okay. So you wouldn't have to, everybody's saying, how's the giveaway? I've got apron. I've got this, and I've also got a pin. Can't sign the pin. You need to let me know that you're starting with us for 90 days, that you're either an MR or you're an F&D or you're a 10-day cleanser first. You go on 10-day F&D, 10-day MR. We got a lot of people that do the 10-day cleanse with me, And then they disappear for a little bit. And then I hear from them in 3 months and they say, oh, I need to do another cleanse. I need to get back on it. I went on it for 30 days. We have all of the powders. We have all of the shakes. We have everything you need. We give you the super simple plan. So I give you a sample of a full 28 days on both of these. You got everything you need to be in a completely different health status in 3 months. Post if you're going to do MR, post it here on or you're going to do FMB, post it here, under here. Let me know which one you're going to be. Post questions. My coaches are here. My team is here. Is it going to be someday or day one? On that page, they're telling me I forgot to tell you guys this, HayliePomroy.com/cruise. Already not good at this. Talk about science. I'm good at that. HayliePomroy.com/cruise. You guys, they have a special coupon for you. You can grab it there. My team always takes care of those that have made the decision to take care of themselves. We are huge advocates for you cherishing, feeding, nurturing, supplementing that amazing body of yours. Okay. Ooh, Sherry Ann says she's doing the 10-day cleanse, the MR, and then the F&D. And Sherry Ann, if you need any targeted cleanse support or any micro support, you make sure you jump onto that before you flippy flop on me, okay? HayliePomroy.com/cruise. They have a coupon for you guys there. I don't know what it is, but they always take care of those that choose to take care of themselves. Go check it out. If you're struggling on which one to do, flip a coin, post a question, tell me 2 or 3 things about yourself, and I'll help you decide. All right, guys. I can't wait to send you these. Good night. I'm off to teach another class. I'll see some of you students there. I always love hanging out with you. I did it. They said I could never do a client's visit in 20 minutes. I did. And I gave you a 90-day plan. I didn't even bill you. Bye, guys.